Hey guys, Master Chief is back and Season 2 just started. Hi, I'm ProdigiousTrip. Let's talk about Halo Season 2. Well, at least the first two episodes that just came out. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to try to spoil everything. I don't want to go into all the details of everything that just came out, but I do want to go over a few things because, yes, I do. I did like this first season. I know a lot, if you look at my reviews, it almost looks like I hated the show. But I'm such a fan that I'm going to nitpick at everything that I think is wrong with it. And they did fix a lot of things. They really did. And so, again, spoiler, because I might just spoil something. So I'm just saying right now, if you don't want to hear the rest of this, just turn this off, turn it off. But it starts off really good. It actually does take place right after the first show ends with Master Chief. I guess, they're trying to bring him back to life or whatever, but they're just going to sever the connection from Cortana that's in his head. So they're taking her out. And you actually don't see Cortana for I think until the second episode. And they did upgrade her, so she looks different from last season, thank God, because it just looked like a mess. And it does look a little bit better. Again, I think they're just going to do what they did with even the first game. Is just every single next game or next season, Cortana's just going to get an upgrade until finally she looks like, supermodel something, whatever. So that's what I think they're going to do. But, I mean, they kept the voice actress, so I do like that because I do like her voice is just perfect for Cortana. So, yeah. If everybody's back that I wanted to come back, they have all four Spartans. They have Vanak, Kaya, Riz, and I think I guess Commander Keyes is back. You don't see Halsey for, I think, until the second episode as well, so she's back. They even brought back Quan. Why? I don't know why she's back. But I am going to spoil this, so if you don't want to hear this, just turn this off right now. I'm going to spoil it right now, though. Spoiler alert. Madrigal was glassed off screen. I'm like, thank you. Oh, I hated the whole storyline with that stupid planet in the first season. It had, oh God, it was so dumb. I hated every single thing. Whenever it popped up with her and that planet, I just wanted to shoot myself. I'm just like, oh, it was so boring. It was so stupid. It had nothing to do with Halo. Ugh. And they're naming off planets at the beginning of the show too. This planet was glassed, and so was Madrigal, and blah blah. I'm like, yay, yo, yeah. And if you don't know what glassed means, you got to watch the show. The Covenant, they literally they shoot down some whatever beam of energy to the planet, and it literally just turns it to glass. And so that's actually how it starts off too, which is great. The Spartans, I guess 6 months later after the whole thing with Master Chief getting Cortana out of his head, and from the last episode or the last season, so all four Spartans are in the field, and Master Chief goes to try to rescue some. I don't think they were ODST, but they were just regular, maybe just some regular, troopers, but all of a sudden, it's a foggy area, and they're saying that there's a recon, or there's there's a transmission that they get, and something is down, one of their towers, relay towers down, something like that, and so they go to investigate it, and Master Chief, realizes that it's some kind of ambush that the Covenant's going to be attacking or whatever, so he goes to try to check it out, and sure enough, you see nothing but elites coming out of being invisible. And then, of course, they have their swords and energy swords just lighting up and everything. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And sure enough, Master Chief goes into, I want to say what's Wolverine's, rage mode or whatever. And it just, he goes nuts and he kills a couple of them. But then you see, there's just, this army of them just surrounding him and just one other person. And he's just he kind of just looks around and all of a sudden they just kind of back off. And Master Chief thinks that he saw McKay, or McKay. I really don't want to know her name because I really don't like her. But apparently they brought her back too. And I'm like, oh. So somehow, he thinks he sees her in the background, doesn't know. And all of a sudden all the elites back off and they leave. But then, of course, that's when they start glassing the planet, so they obviously wanted to get out of the way. And Master Chief was able to rescue one person. They tried to save some other people that were on the planet. I guess the planet's name was Sanctuary. And the people that lived on there were actually refugees from another planet that the Covenant had glassed. And so the UNSC has been taking all of these refugees from other planets that have been glassed, and they're just kind of spreading them all over the place. And so they kind of got fed up with it, and they're like, well, we're not leaving. That's what you told us last time, that you wanted to protect us. But now that we're here, we're just going to stay. And so you see them in the distance as everyone takes off in the ships, that they just decided to stay and die, because the UNSC, you really start to see some of the behind the scenes of the government. And so one of the main guys, Ackerson, he's, I guess, the new Halsey, but he's a real douche, and like nobody likes him. He doesn't believe Master Chief is fit for battle. He sends in a different team. I'm assuming they're Spartans. I don't know. They may have just been ODST, but they call them the Cobalt team. So I don't know if they are Spartans or not. But they go to investigate another recon tower that's down, and of course they lose, contact. And so Master Chief automatically assumes, he's like, hey, there's something wrong. We got to go investigate it. But Action thinks that Master Chief is, out of his mind, not right. But at the same time, he's just like, I don't think he just likes anybody. He just has that evil persona about him. And I'm just like, you just can see like, oh, he must be the bad guy. And whenever there's a news bulletin out about, what's going on with the Covenant and them attacking, all these other planets, he's just the guy behind there spinning the wheel, trying to keep everyone calm, and he's lying to everybody. And he even gives an award to the girl that survived with Master Chief at the beginning of the episode. And, she was too scared to tell him that there were elites that were going to try to kill them, but then they stopped. She's like, how do I just explain that away? And so, it's a whole big thing, but they actually start going into more backstory, or not more backstory, but they actually give more story for Riz and Vinak. They have more chemistry, or they have more character, at least. In the first season, they were just kind of sidelined, and you just like, hey, those two are a part of Silver Team, because they talked, they gave Kai a little bit more of a character, because she removed her palette, and so she dyed her hair, so she was able to be a little bit more interactive, and you could like see her character develop more. But Fanak and Riz, you didn't know what they were. Well, in this one, they're already starting to like give them more screen time and stuff too, which I like, because I wanted to know more about these characters. And Riz is still healing from, because she got shot up bad in the last season, like at the whatever Covenant sanctuary or Covenant area that they were at. She got she was almost killed, and Cortana taking over Master Chief's body picked her up and put her back on the Peloton to leave, so he saved her life. But she's still all scarred up and everything, and she's still healing and everything, and it's just, ooh, it looked really good, because I'm like, I like having the characters. I'm like, oh, they're not doing too well, or you want to see them, they're doing a training exercise too, and she's just doing her best, and she's just falling off of cliffs, and yeah, their training exercises, them like trying to do super jumps and flying off of cliffs and everything. And but at the first thing I wanted to say, what I did like was they used the grapple hook from Halo Infinite. I was like, oh, cool. They just bypassed all the other power-ups that they've had from the other games and just went right for the grapple hook. I'm like, in Halo Reach, they had a jetpack, they had armor lock. I was just like, why didn't you show some of those or whatever? Or at least, get out the cloaking device. I know that the elites use that and stuff, but I mean, maybe you guys could copy that and have Master Chief, do a cloaking device thing or something. Or have them use the, any other kind of power. I was just wondering if they're going to introduce those, but he only used it once, and it was just like a, whoosh, and that was it. And I'm like, keep going. I want to see more, Master Chief, looking like he's Spider-Man shooting at the mountains and climbing it up. But it was a very good opening, I think, and it fixed a lot of stuff that I didn't like from the last season. A lot of you guys, again, I know I am spoiling everything, so I might as well just keep going. But Master Chief does take his helmet off. It's not going to be I don't think that's something that's going to change. I think it's just going to be for... I'm just going to say this too. I think in Hollywood, like, if you are on screen and you see your face, you actually get paid more, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about this. Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about. For certain actors, if you can't see your face and you're just going to do like a voiceover thing or something or whatever, then I don't think you get paid as much, or you don't get paid for that screen time because you're not seeing your face. If they just see your voice, you're getting paid for the voiceover. That's what, you know, a normal voiceover actor would do. But for most Hollywood people, I think that if you don't see your face, you don't have to get paid for that scene, or you don't get paid enough or something like that. I think that's what it is. So I don't know if it's because, hey, they're letting him see his face so they want to pay him more, or he wants to get paid more or something, or what, I don't know. And I was going to say something about like Iron Man where you couldn't see his face, but Robert Downey Jr., they had that, I want to say like inside of the suit Matrix look. So it looked like he was in the suit, but it looked like, you know, it was really weird, but you still saw his face. So it wasn't like he was just, oh, there's Iron Man, but you're not going to see Tony Stark's face or anything, or Robert Downey Jr. So I can't say for certain that that's how that would look too either. But for the most part, I know that I really don't have a problem with seeing his face. Again, I know it's not like how the game would go, but the game is different, and this is a different storyline that they're going with. Like, even the opening credits, I like how it actually shows the Halo ring this time, instead of just Master Chief's like suit somehow materializing on him or whatever. Which still I don't get. I don't know why that's the opening theme, or that has nothing to do with like whatever. But I mean, hey, it's a cool effect. I don't have a problem too much with it. I just like, I want to know why. Why don't you have it like look like the Iron Man suits, like, you know, because it would look more realistic for a sci-fi show. It would look more realistic, yeah. But still, I'm like, oh, I was really enjoying this 2 episodes, and so I'm really looking forward to this season. I know the Arbiter should be in it. Like I said, I know they brought back so many people from the first season, so I don't have a problem that Halsey's the same character, or you know, nobody was replaced. I did not see Miranda yet. He's in the first 2 episodes, so I don't know if she's back or not. Like everybody else that was in the first season that survived, came back. You know, well, McKay died, and she's back too. I don't know why. So the second season, or the second episode, actually ends with Master Chief trying to go to see what happened to Cobalt Team. And Cobalt Team, apparently, they didn't leave the planet. They went to go find a relay station that went down on Reach. So they end up taking a UNSC ship, and they're flying now to see where Cobalt Team is. Because they're, you know, Master Chief, like, his last line was like, Covenant's on Reach. And so I was just like, ooh. And we'll see how that goes. Because in the game, Reach fell. And I wonder if they'll talk about Noble Team. That'd be interesting. Like, unless they make a Noble Team, and I don't know. It'd be fun to talk about them. The other thing that was weird was in the games, especially in Halo Reach, they were talking about Oni base and, you know, all this other Oni stuff. And, like, that's how they pronounce it in the game or whatever, too. Like, that was characters that actually said it. And so in this show, the guy actually pronounces it O-N-I. That's what, I mean, if you spell it out, that's what it spells out. But he just says, I am the face of O-N-I, and I'm in charge of it, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, O-N-I? Really? You're not, can't say Oni? Like, I don't know if that's, maybe it's not supposed to be pronounced Oni, and it is pronounced just O-N-I. I don't even know what that's supposed to, I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be, like, abbreviate something. That's just him spelling it out or whatever. So, I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments below if it actually is pronounced Oni, or if it's supposed to be spelled out O-N-I. But I don't know. I really do like this first 2 episodes. They do show the artifacts, so they're still back. They keep them in separate locations. And so that's what some of the elites on the planet are looking for, is to look like they went to like the second artifact, the really big one, and that they keep the small artifact inside one of the Oni facilities because, or ONI, whatever, Halsey's facility, because that's where the main guy, he's keeping Halsey there. Like, they even have like bounties on her throughout the galaxy saying like, hey, we got to catch Halsey, and if you know where she is, then, you know, here's a bounty that you can capture her and blah, blah, blah. I guess it's just a trick because he has her already, and he also has Cortana and this, you know, and like the whatever artifact objects and stuff. So, I like Soren. Soren is back. He was my favorite character from the last season. And he gets duped into... I won't go into his thing. Like, I really do like... You got to watch it. You'll like it. Again, if you haven't seen it, hopefully you will. Or if you do, and then you want to come back and watch this review, that's fine. I really do hope that you guys enjoy this and enjoy the show. I'm going to try to see, maybe do just... I'd say I'll try to do spoiler-free reviews, but I don't think I can. I really want to talk about everything that I see on here. And so we'll see what happens with the next episode. But for right now, this is just me talking about the first 2 episodes that came out. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Have fun watching Super Bowl. And you guys have a good time, all right? I'm ProdigiousTrip. See you later.